Hi, this is Vic. In this tutorial, we'll look at method overriding. So when we are dealing with inheritance, if a method in a subclass has the same name and the same type signature as a method in the superclass, then the method in the subclass overrides the method in the superclass. That is, it hides the method which is present in the superclass. So we are using the same classes, the person, the employee, and the demo, and also the app class, which we have used in the previous tutorial of inheritance and using super. But I have made a little changes in this person class. Here it is a zero parameter constructor, and this method was previously known as person details, but I have changed it to details. And here I have put in person so that we know that this is the details of person. And the same name method, the details method, I have put in the employee.java, which was previously known as the employee details. Here you can see we are having an int age, which is overriding or hiding this age, and we have seen in the previous tutorial that we have used the super.age to access the age of superclass. But in Java or in object-oriented programming languages, it is highly discouraged that we hide the variables. So let's remove this, and we'll be only overriding the methods and not the fields. We can remove the super.age from here, although it will be referencing to the age of the person class only. Because this method we have overridden, we can add an override annotations over here. Let's click on this, and it is saying add @override annotations. So this is an annotation that is saying that this method is overridden by this class. So now if we want to access the details method of the person class, here, this one, by making the object of employee, we cannot do it by just making the object of employee class and saying emp.details. So what this will do, shift F6, this will call the details method in the employee class. Now if we want that the method details of the person class should be called, what we can do, go back to the employee class, and here we can put super.details. So by using the super.details, we have called the details method of the superclass, that is the person class. Now if we do the shift F6, run this program, we will get this result. This is from the superclass, that is person class, and this one is from the employee class, because this is printing the superclass method and this is printing the details of employee. Now an important thing that I want to tell you here that is related to the method overriding is the dynamic method dispatch. So before telling what exactly is dynamic method dispatch, let me make an object of person class, person, and this is only a reference to the person class. And what if we do person equal to new employee? So we are having a person reference which is having an object of employee. It is referring to employee. And I have told you in the previous tutorial that it depends on the reference what methods can be called. That is, if we have a reference of person class, it can call only the methods of person. So we might be lured by this fact that because this is a person reference, it will refer to the details of the person. So if we do a person.details, we may expect that it will call the method in the person class. But because of dynamic method dispatch, this will call the method in the employee class because it is having the object of employee. So shift F6, and here you can see we are getting the method in the employee class. And now let me tell you what dynamic method dispatch is. This dynamic method dispatch is the mechanism by which a call to an overridden method, that is this details method, which is overridden by employee class, is resolved at runtime. So at compile time, this person reference is only knowing about the details method which is present in the person class. But since it is having the employee classes object at runtime, what happened? This reference referred to the details of the employee. So this is known as the dynamic method dispatch. And it is important because this is the way how Java implements the runtime polymorphism. Since a superclass reference variable can refer to a subclass object, that is, the person class reference is referring to a employee class object, Java uses this fact and resolve the calls at runtime and not at the compile time. So we are getting the result for details for the employee class and not the person class. So in brief, what we can say, it is the type of object that is being referred to and not the type of reference we are having that determines which version of the overridden method will be executed. So if we have a person object over here, it will call the details of the person class. Shift F6, and here you can see we are getting the details of person. And if we put it back to employee, we'll get the same result that we got. So this dynamic method dispatch, or what you can call is a runtime polymorphism, is very important and very powerful mechanism that object-oriented programming languages have, or we can say object-oriented design brings. So this helps in the code reuse, that is, we are having a method of the same name. So it is implementing a one interface and multiple methods aspect of the polymorphism. So this will be more clear if you practice more examples, and I am going to update my website thefirstlearner.com with the assignments for the overriding and inheritance. Please go through that and do practice those assignments, because that is the only way you can build strong concepts in Java, and looking at it, as I have told earlier, is only the 5 or 10% of what you are learning. And to encourage my work, please go and follow my page on Google or any social media like Facebook, Twitter, or subscribe to my YouTube videos. And in any way, if you could do to help and my work to come in front of more people, please link my website to somewhere if you have some blog, and that will encourage my work. And in future, I'll be providing you with more free tutorials on many more different topics. So with this, we come to the end of the tutorial, and thank you for viewing my tutorial series. It is highly appreciable, and see you next time.